Hello, all my dear students. I am Professor S.V. Shrimali. Today we are going to deal with some illustrations on flexible budget. In the earlier chapter, we have seen the meaning of budget, budgetary control, as well as the meaning of flexible budget and one or two basic examples. Today we are going to learn some advanced examples. So this is example number 3. The expenses for the production at 5,000 units at 50% capacity in Baroda Chemicals Limited, Bhavnagar are given as follows. So they have given us units 5,000 and expenses for 50% capacity levels. So the material is rupees 50, labor rupees 20, thereafter variable overheads, fixed overheads rupees 50,000, administrative expenses which is rupees 10, out of which 5% variable, that means 95% will be fixed. Selling expenses rupees 6, 20% fixed, that means 80% will be variable. Distribution expenses 10% fixed, means remaining 90% will be our variable. And total cost of sales is rupees 116. You are required to prepare a budget for 70% and 90% production capacity. Assuming that 90% capacity, cost of material will increase by 10%, whereas labor cost will decrease by 5%. So we will have to calculate for capacity levels at 70% and 90%. At the 90% capacity level, we will have to increase the material cost by 10% and we will have to reduce labor cost by 5%. So let us solve this example. So my dear students, they have required us to calculate flexible budget for different capacity levels. Given capacity is at 50%. So in the books of Baroda Chemicals, Bhavnagar, flexible budget, the capacity given is 50%. This is the format of our flexible budget. Here you can see there is a column of unit cost as well as there is a column of total cost for all three levels, because they required us to calculate the cost for three levels. Hence we have prepared columns for three levels. In the upper corner, you can see 50% capacity and units are 5,000. Now for 70% capacity, we will calculate the units as 7,000. If for 50% is 5,000, how much is for 70%? So by cross multiplication, we will get 7,000 units, and again same for 90%. Now the same calculation we will have to do, which we have done before in the previous examples. That is, we will bifurcate our cost into fixed, variable and semi-variable. So let us solve this. First, that is fixed expenses. In our example, the fixed expenses given as fixed overheads. As you know, fixed expenses remains fixed in total, but per unit it get changes or varies. So for whatever is the production level or units level, fixed overheads remains fixed. Now let us understand this in calculation. In the given example, the unit cost of fixed overheads is given as rupees 10. So in total it will come as rupees 50,000. It is actually given in the example, but we can also calculate it by multiplying 5,000 units into unit cost, that is rupees 10. So 5,000 into 10, it will come 50,000. This 50,000 will remain fixed for all the next levels. So for 70% capacity, again it will be 50,000, and for 90% capacity, again it will be 50,000. But as I said, if total cost remains fixed, per unit cost will get vary. Why it get vary? If you calculate per unit cost, how to calculate per unit cost? Total cost divided by number of units. You will get per unit cost. Like in 50% capacity, total cost is 50,000 divided by units. How much are the units? 5,000. So 50,000 upon 5,000, it will come rupees 10. For 70% capacity, we will calculate unit cost, that is 50,000 upon 7,000 units, it will come 7.14. For getting approx or accurate figure, take extra digits after point I have taken only 2 digits, but you can take another 4 digits. So it will come 50,000. Then in case of 90% capacity, if we divide 50,000 by 9,000, we will get 5.56 and extra some digits more. In this way, we have calculated fixed overheads for different levels. Then there are no other fixed overheads. So let us move towards the variable expenses. First is materials. Variable expenses is the features of variable expenses is what? Per unit it remains fixed, but in total it get varies. Exactly opposite to the fixed expenses. Per unit variable expenses remains fixed, and in case of fixed expenses, in total it remains fixed. So you can see for per unit it will remains fixed, right? So 50-50. If we multiply 50 into 5,000, you will get 2,50,000 material for 50% capacity. If we multiply 50 into 7,000 units, we will get 3,50,000. Now why in the case of 90% capacity the amount is 55? Because in the example they have given us, if we have to calculate for 90% capacity, the material will be increased by 10%. So we will calculate 10% of rupees 50. It will come rupees 5. 50 into 10%, it will come rupees 5. And they told us to increase the material cost. Increase karne chahiye. So we will add 50 plus 5. So our new material cost for 90% capacity is rupees 55. Isn't it? So we will multiply this 55 rupees to 9,000 units, and we will get the value as 4,95,000. Now after labor, it's also variable expenses. So per unit it will remains fixed. So 20, 20 and again 20. But for 90% capacity, in the example they have told us to reduce the labor cost by 5%. So if you calculate 5% of rupees 20, you will get rupee 1. And we have to reduce it from our variable labor cost. So from rupees 20, we will deduct rupees 1. Hence our new labor cost for 90% capacity will be rupees 19. So just now we have to multiply it by units. In case of 50% capacity, 5,000 into 20, 1 lakh. For 7,000, 7,000 into 20, 1,40,000. And for 9,000 units, 9,000 into 19. That is 1,71,000. Thereafter, there are certain variable overheads which are given. Again, per unit it will remains fixed. There is no any fluctuation required in case of variable overheads. So for all the levels it will remains fixed per unit. And in total it will get changed according to the level of output. So 15 into 5,000 units, 15 into 7,000 units and 15 into 9,000 units. Alright. After variable expenses, we have some variable, semi-variable expenses. Semi-variable means what? Some part is fixed and some part is variable. Thereunder first is administrative expenses, which is 95% fixed and only 5% will be variable. So 95% fixed, we will have to calculate it. How much will be fixed percent? It will be 47,500 fixed, which will remain same for all the levels. And if you calculate it per unit, it will get changed. Thereafter, remaining 5% is variable. So variable per unit will remain fixed. So for all the levels, per unit will remain fixed, but in total it will get changed. As you can see, in total it gets 2,500, 3,500 and 4,500. This is what about administrative expenses. Thereafter, selling expenses. Here also 20% fixed. So in total it will remain same. It will be 1.20 fixed. If we multiply 5,000 units into 1.20, we will get 6,000, which will remain fixed for all the levels. but per unit it will get change. Then again rest remaining variable cost 80%, which is 4.80. Per unit it will get same, but in total it will get changes. Thereafter last is distribution expenses, wherein fixed percentage is 10%. So all the level fixed expenses will remain fixed, but in total it will get change. And remaining variable, that is 90%, it will per unit it will remain fixed, but in total the variable overheads get changes. In this way we have calculated all our fixed, variable and semi-variable expenses. At last what is required? We will have to make total of all these cost. So it will come total cost of sales. How much it will comes? So for 50% capacity it will comes as 5,80,000. For 70% capacity it will come as 7,69,600, and for 90% capacity it will come as 9,95,200. I hope you have understood this example. Please learn it at your home. So this is example number 4. The expenses budgeted for production at 100% capacity of Infosys Limited, Islampur, are given below. There are direct materials, variable works overheads, basic wages, fixed production overheads, productive expenses marginal. Marginal means what? Variable. Administrative expenses rigid. Rigid means what? Fixed. Selling overheads 10% fixed. That means remaining 90% will be variable. Distribution on cost 80% variable. That means remaining 20% will be fixed. Prepare a flexible budget for the production at 60% and 80% capacity, showing separately prime cost, works cost, cost of production, cost of turnover. So they have given us the particulars at 100% capacity levels, and we are required to calculate for 60% and 80% capacity levels according to cost sheet basis. Cost sheet basis means what? According to prime cost, works cost, cost of production, and according to cost of turnover. Please write down this example in your notebook so that you can refer it while solving this example. So let us solve this example. So before solving, at the upper space you will have to write in the books of Infosys Limited, Islampur, flexible budget, normal capacity as 100%. We are required to calculate for 60% capacity, for 80% capacity, while 100% capacity is given. So first we will have to calculate on cost sheet basis. What is the formula of cost sheet? That we will take prime cost first, where direct cost will be there. So which are the direct cost in our example? The first is direct material. So direct material which is given for 100% capacity level is rupees 6 lakhs. So we can calculate it for 60% and for 80% capacity. How to calculate for rest of the capacity? If 6 lakhs is for 100%, what will be for 60%? So 100% is equal to 6 lakhs, then 60% is equal to question mark. You can, by cross multiplying, you can get for 60% it will come as 3,60,000. Same way for 80% capacity, if for 100% it is 6 lakhs, how much is for 80%? So you will get 4,80,000. After direct material, we will add basic wages, which is also our prime cost element. So we will add basic wages. For 100% capacity level, it is already given. Same way as of direct material, we will calculate for 80% and 60% capacity levels, basic wages. Add any other variable part which is in the example, that is productive expenses marginal. Marginal means variable. It will be also the element of prime cost. Hence, it is also included. So again, for 100% capacity level, they have given us. So for rest of the levels, we have calculated. How we have calculated? If for 100, it is 40,000. For how much is for 60%? Again for 100, it is dash dash. So 80%, how much it is? So we have calculated it as 24,000 and 32,000. It will constitute our prime cost. So addition of all these three, that is direct material plus basic wages plus productive expenses, we will get our prime cost. So it will come as 5,04,000, 6,72,000 and 8,40,000. What is next? We will add factory overheads or work overheads to prime cost. So add factory overheads. Under factory overheads, there are variable works overheads. Variable works overheads, it will change according to different levels of activities. So you can see for different activity level, it get changes. For 100% capacity level, they have given us, we will have to calculate for 60 and for 80%. Then there are some fixed production overheads. Fixed production overheads means it is for production department, hence it is included in the factory overheads. As the name is fixed overheads, it will remain fixed irrespective of the production level. So for all the levels, it will remain constant, that is 80,000. Alright. There are no other factory overheads. So this will constitute our works cost. Again, addition of these three, that is 5,04,000 plus 1,20,000 plus 80,000. Our work cost will come 7,04,000. Same way for 80% capacity and for 100% capacity. Thereafter, if there are any administrative overheads, we will also add these administrative overheads. So add administrative expenses which are already given. Rigid. Rigid means what? Fixed. It is fixed in nature. So you can see, as it is fixed in nature, it will remain constant for all the levels. So it will be 40,000 for all the levels. If there are no other administrative expenses, we will directly compute our cost of production by adding works cost with administrative expenses. So how much will be our cost of production? Works cost is 7,04,000 plus 40,000. So cost of production will be 7,44,000. Thereafter 9,52,000 and 11,60,000. After that, if there are any selling or distribution expenses, we will again add these expenses. So in the example, they have given us selling and distribution expenses 10% fixed. That means some part of selling expenses are fixed and some part is variable. So 10% fixed will constitute 12,000. So 12,000 will remain fixed for all the level because it is fixed, and remaining 90% variable, it will constitute 1,08,000 for 100% capacity level, and for rest of the capacity level we will have to calculate it. So for 60% capacity, it will come as 64,800. How to calculate this? If for 100 it is 1,08,000, how much is for 60? Same way for 80 and for 100 we have already calculated. Then there are some distribution on cost. Again, it is 20% fixed, which is rupees 12,000. So it will be fixed for all the levels of output irrespective of the levels. And for variable, it constitutes 80%, that is 48,000. So 48,000 will be for 100. So how much will be for 60 and 80? So if we have calculated, it will come as 28,800, 38,400 and 48,000. So this is nothing but our total cost of turnover, that is sales, total cost of sales. We will add all these cost and we will get our total cost. So up till cost of production, we have already added our cost. Only we just have to add selling distribution expenses to it and only distribution on cost to it. So by adding selling and distribution expenses to 7,44,000, we will get 8,61,600 as our cost of turnover. Same, by adding these two expenses to 9,52,000, we will get 11,800. By adding selling and distribution expenses to 11,60,000, we will get our total cost for 100% capacity is 13,40,000. I hope you have understood this. This example is very easy as per prime cost basis. As per cost sheet basis. Please try it at your homes. So thank you very much. I hope you have understood these examples. In the next part, we will learn some more examples on flexible budget.